system. We call it TB form system. It's including two systems. One system is here. This we call a B form the vertical concrete member system, formwork system. It's composed by the steel frame and the plywood face panel. And we are designing a big aerial the size. Actually, Berkey, you know, this system actually is a kind of the general purpose system.
Okay, so what do you mean general purpose?
General purpose, which means we're using all of the panel is almost the same design, same dimension, not more than like the traditional way or the aluminum formwork is many different size panel to connect.
Yeah.
Or we are just fill the dimension for the formwork panel. For example, this sample, because it's the smaller limited space, the typical the height is 3 meter. 3 meter. And this kind of formwork you can see here, we design adjustable hole. We call adjustable hole. This column,
size is adjustable.
yeah, we can adjustable size and let the formwork can making different dimension structure. You can see here we have many holes. This coupler we call it the column coupler. Column coupler we're using here. It also like the aluminum formwork. We only using the hammer to operation it. So from here. Can knock here to release it, and here you can see here is like it's the same, or it's the same to connect the formwork. If you insert a different hole, we can adjust. It's a very simple way and a classic design in the formwork design and. Knock it very strong. No need the welder or no need other strength way to connect it. So which one? This distance of the hole is the 5 centimeter. So all of the adjusted distance is the 5 centimeter increment. And if you're making the big column or the wall, you just only connect one by one. One by one is like the aluminum formwork. Unlike the aluminum formwork, we use this kind of the clamp to connect the formwork. It's not your wedge pin. What's the advantage? It's also by hammer. Connect here, we can release it. Release it. No need to across the profile. Just using is a simple way to connect it. Very strong. Here, very strong. This is the first one kind of we have two major kind of the clamp, and this kind of clamp is very important. The clamp we call the alignment clamp. What it can replace the function of the whaler. It's also right here, kind of here, to connect it. Release it and lock it. Lock it here. No, sorry. Very strong, but not only connect the panel, and also alignment. And also we except this kind of the clamp, we also design another kind of a clamp. This clamp we call it mixer clamp. Here. This clamp we call a mixer clamp. This clamp we're using, as usually in job site, we always face a problem is we make a small gap in the formwork. We using connect another material, for example, wood batten, plywood, or even if the aluminum formwork, steel formwork, we can using this clamp to connect it easily. Also, just by
So
It's very good.
I suppose this kind of formwork looks maybe a bit heavy.
Yes. This kind of formwork is heavy than aluminum formwork. The average weight is 38 kilogram per square meter. But you know, the weight here, the weight is not a bad thing. The heavy weight, which means you have get the bigger the load capacity.
Okay.
And this kind of panel is our regular type of panel. We have two kind of panel. One is regular. Regular panel, the average the load capacity is over to 90 kilonewton per square meter.
Okay.
If you're using the heavy duty just a little different design on the panel, all of using the same accessory to connector access, using the same accessories. That is the heavy duty the panel we can bearing the 140 kilonewton at least.
Wow.
And you know, in the vertical formwork, the bigger the laser, the capacity, the pressure is on the bottom of the wall of the column. Especially column. Column has the big pressure because column is a small dimension. And when you're pouring the concrete is now it's fluid, and the concrete is very fast to rising. So we have a big pressure on the bottom. But in our formwork, we can do the over 10 meter one time. For example, you can see here. This is the typical pouring. No need tie rod, no need the across tie. There's a tie rod and the weller.
Okay,
yeah,
so no weller, low tie rod. The direction must be faster.
Yes, very faster. You can see here. It's so high. This is the highest record. 15 meter one time. No weller. You can see no weller, no the tie rods. Especially is the most suitable for the SRC structure. That means steel the reinforcement structure. And in that type of structure, insert is not a rebar cage. Is a H-beam steel. H-beam steel it cannot across the time. Using this very suitable for using. You can see here. Here is the typical is about 10 meter, 10 meter, 3 meter, or 10 meter or 12 meter. This is the SRC structure, SRC structure. Right. Very suitable for this kind of.
Okay, so just now you mentioned that the average weight is 38 per square meter.
Yeah.
So like for our panel, so you must have taken into consideration of the transportation.
Yes, but actually in this job site, we designed some smart accessory for it. For example, this kind of caster. This caster is using the same clamp to connect the panel clamp to set up it. So using this setup, we can by human power to remove it from one point to another point, and just move it. And also we using the same clamp to connect. In job site, some clamp, some accessory is easy to missing or easy to damage. We're using a same clamp. We don't worry to miss it. Don't worry to we can using. But not only here. Place here. For this ladder to monitor the pouring, can climb it. The working clamp. We using also. You can see. You can also use by feet. And here is adjuster to rebar. Also using same. All of this using same.
Which means even you miss part of the accessories, you could find in other areas. Yes. You no need to purchase, no need to waste time waiting for the material to arrive the site.
So more simple, more convenience.
Yeah.
And also we have come here. You see here. This is the chamfer. The chamfer, we're using this chamfer to seal like here. You see here. It's very simple ways to cut up here to make a simple chamfer corner in the column or the corner of the board. Just using here. It's good. And also, we are designing a kind of the working platform. This is the working platform here. Is also very simple design. Just the poster and plank, 2 parts. Just the 2 parts. Very easy to using kind of the clamp to connect here, a simple supply. Although it's simple, but it's fully through the European standard, the Telstra, SGS Telstra. In our Telstra result is the average is the per square meter, the load capacity is the 150 kilograms. It is enough to loading the worker to monitor the for concrete pouring it.
Okay, so you have introduced about the vertical elements.
Yes.
But what about the slab?
In the slab, we're using another system. This system is we call T-form here.
Like a table.
Yeah, it's like table. It's very. It even is it's also a kind of the steel frame, and also 10 panel is using the same panel of the plywood. Although it is a steel frame, but it's very light. It's lighter than the aluminum formwork. The average weight is about 20 kilogram per square meter. So it's bigger.
Yeah.
So you only using the worker by hand. You can operation it.
Manually.
No need. And it's erected like an erected table, one by one, very faster. As usually our design is 4 people a group to operation it. Per day, this group 4 day accomplish the 100 square meters no problem.
Oh, that's
Very
really
fast.
So what about its loading capacity?
The load capacity at least 350 millimeter thickness. The slab is no problem. It's
so
no
it
problem.
can be used for the overheight story buildings.
We not only using we using the steel prop. We also can use on top of the scaffolding, ring lock, cup lock, key stage. Also, you can see because don't forget we are also the scaffolding as the export and the China biggest producing. And here, for example. Sorry. Here. This is for using the typical floor, using the steel prop. And also, we're using the overheight, for example, of a lobby or like this hall. This hall is also we pouring using this formwork to do. Here. This is the finish.
It's quite smooth also.
Yeah, because we using a large area design, whatever the T form or the B form, we can get the perfect to finish the result. As even if it's a one time, can the fail face the concrete face. In this for example in the project, since the foundation. We use it as the B form for the the pile cap, and we using is on the here is the retaining wall.
Retaining wall.
Yeah, the retaining wall we can do is the double side, and the single side. It's a single side solution. And also you can see here's the tall and big column. This is the result.
One-time casting, right?
Yeah, one-time casting. We will get a fair face, the concrete surface. Here.
Oh,
very high,
tall,
very good surface. Using the typical using the steel proper, and in the overheight using the ring lock system. So in our system, the first thing we consider is safety, and the important thing we consider is safe cost, cost for you. You can see, you can imagine it. Using this the B form, we no need to prepare the formwork for every one concrete body. We can just prepare a part of the formwork is enough. We can fast erection, fast dismantle, one by one pouring. Because it's different shape. There's no problem. We can adjust the size.
Yeah. That's
so
important.
The first reduce your cost, the purchase cost, right? And the fast erection and the fast dismantle, you can save the labor cost. No need skilled labor. It's a normal labor, no skilled labor. It can operation skilled labor, the cost we can reduce, right? And also you can find in the job site, the material is not more. It's just a little material in the market. Reduce the material on site is also reduces risk. Reduce the risk, reduce the transportation, reduce your storage cost, right? So everything is reduced. As our calculation, in our experience, at least the 60% or even if the 80% the cost we can reduce it. Using this system, then the compiled traditional formwork system reduce more. That's the target.
Yeah, I mean, I got you. That in a word, what we do is to help you construct safely, precise, cost effective. Help you to save money.
Yes. Now at present, this TB form system are working in the Southeast Asia, in the Middle East, like the Saudi Arabia, UAE, and the Southeast Asia in the Singapore, in Thailand, in the Philippines, and Cambodia. Also, many customers very like this system. Even if and also in the Latin American, in Peru, in the Ecuador. It's also our fact. We have the customers using this system. They're
basically all over the world.
Yes, all over the world. They're actually using the frame structure building and the shopping mall and all of it. And we connect the aluminum formwork. We can give you a one-stop solution for the formwork system.
Yes. So whatever your structure is, maybe you try a steel frame. If steel frame is not perfect, then try aluminum. So for those of you who are watching our streaming, if you have interest of trying our formwork, just remember we don't have a strict MOQ requirement.
No need the minimum order, anyone, just only one set or only a steel, we can also shipment for you.
Yes, just try whatever quantity you may desire.